solve these using substitution. Now we're going to use elimination. And what does it mean to eliminate something?
To cancel it out.
Yeah. What else? Get rid of, cancel it out. Any other thoughts? Okay, that's basically it. What we're going to attempt to do is set up these problems, or take a problem that's given us already set up to us appropriately, and we're going to eliminate one of our variables by adding down, adding columns down. So if we take this particular problem and we add our columns, meaning I'm just going to add my x's down, my y's down, and then my constants down. 1x plus 5x is 6x. Plus 2 minus 2 is 0y. And what is the value of 0y? 0. So I'm not going to place it. This has been eliminated. The y has been eliminated in this situation. And then we add 8 plus 4, 12. So x equals 2. Then you take that value for x and you're going to have to plug it back in. Now this is a little harder at this point than in substitution, because we have to take and plug that in. I'm going to put it in here. So we have 2 plus 2y equals 8. And then we subtract that 2 from 8. You have 2y equals 6, y equals 3. So your ordered pair is 2, 3. It's quicker, but this is just the very start of it. We're going to have to do some stuff to get some of these things set up. Jamie?
I was going to say we should have done this one first.
Wait till you... I would probably agree with that mostly. Yeah. Yes?
Wouldn't it be the same thing? Because on the lesson today, we have one of those in the lesson. The way I did it is I did the same way, but I just took it divided by. Like, I can't... I don't know. I'll have to look at the number again. But
Okay. Sarah?
So you always use the number, you go back and plug in the number. Do you always use the top one, or does it?
It wouldn't matter. It'll work out either way. It'll work out correctly as long as you put in the correct number and work it out. All right. So let's move on. Now, if we just add our columns on this one, Josiah, is it going to eliminate anything? As is, if I took the 2x plus 3x, is that going to go to 0x? No. Is the negative 1y plus 4y going to go? No. So we're going to have to manipulate this situation. Spencer?
Can't you just still add, like, could you get 5x and 3 plus 3y equals 16?
16, you could.
One line is much easier than, well,
But, that's right. You can sure do that, but in order to solve, when you have two equations, in order to solve that, you have to have when you have two variables, you have to have two equations to solve for it. And so, yeah. Ethan.
2, 2. Wouldn't that just be the answer? Because, I mean, you could do that with that one line.
2.
No, because it would be 5x plus 3y equals 16, and you can just do that in your head.
Off of that I just had? No. Because does 2 work in here? If I take 2 times 2, that's 4, minus 2 equal 13? No, it doesn't give us the right values. So what we have to do here is we're going to manipulate one of these. And I like to look at the variable that has opposite signs if at all possible. Here I have, on the y's, they have different signs, don't they? If I were to change and make this number 4, so would my negative 4 plus 4 then eliminate? Yes. But to make this 4, what I have to do is I'm going to distribute the value of 4 through everything to keep the balance. Okay? So I'm going to multiply, I'm going to rewrite this first one as 8x minus 4y equals 52. Okay? So I've just multiplied each of the terms by 4. And you do have to include the constant at the end. Brett?
So it's just the top line and the bottom
Yeah, you don't do it to both. Well, on this one we don't have to do it to both.
But if you need to, you can.
You can, yep. So I'm going to blot that out for right now so it's not distracting us. Now whenever I add my columns, 11x plus 8x is 3x plus 8x is 11x. The plus 4y minus 4y eliminates. And then 3 plus 52 is 55. So x equals 5. Now take that and plug that back in for one of your x's. We can, and it doesn't matter which one you use. You could use any one of the three equations that we have now and plug it in for, and then solve for y. And the reason I erase this is this has smaller values, so I'm going to work with that one. Okay. But it doesn't matter which one. Brett?
So I could do 40 minus 4y equals
Mm-hmm. So you could plug it in here on this one, you could plug it in there. I'm going to plug it in here. 2 and then 5, x is 5 minus y equals 13. It's 10 minus y equals 13. Subtract 10 from both sides. I have negative y equals 3. And so y equals negative 3. So our ordered pair is 5, negative 3.
Is this still equal?
I like the other one better.
They're going to be giving you specific instructions on how to solve these. So one time you're going to have to use substitution. The other problem will say use elimination. And there will come a point, I think, later on in the year where they will not say it one way or the other, and then you'll get to choose. Yes?
What if on today's I didn't realize that they said use elimination? I used the substitute. This is elimination, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If I use the substitution one for all of them.
Then just make sure you know how to do it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am?
Okay, so like even if it says use one,
She was asking about, she worked ahead.
yeah. But like if it says to do one,
You do
can
it
you
that
like
way.
double check if I'm doing it
Sure.
the other way if you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah. But make sure you know how to at least try to do it the other way. Okay. It really, the easiness of it depends on how it's set up. If it's already solved for, it might be easier to plug in. If it's not, it might be easier to substitute or eliminate. All right, which variable has opposite signs in the equations?
Y.
The y does again. So what should we make? Can I multiply 3 by some number and make it 4?
No. I mean,
That's
decimal
what it
is.
is.
It would be a decimal or a fraction. Zach, say again? Kind of like a common denominator number. How about finding the least common multiple of 3 and 4? 12. So if I made both of the y values 12, then we can eliminate it. Well, what would I have to do to 3 to make it 12? Multiply by 4. So I'm going to have to take that whole part by 4. What do I have to do to 4 to make it 12? Multiply by 3. So I'm going to multiply that. So I'm going to rewrite this problem entirely. 4 times 2x is 8x minus 12y equals 20. Sarah?
Do you have to always manipulate the y, or can you, like, you have to always make it so that the y is...
No, you do not have to.
Okay.
I chose y because they have opposite signs. If they didn't have opposite signs, and I think our next problem will present that to us,
Okay.
then it doesn't matter.
Alright.
Whatever's easiest for you.
Alright.
And then when I add down 17x, the y's eliminate, equals negative 34. So x equals negative 2. Then when you plug that value for x in, the value of negative 2, 4x, it doesn't matter which one you plug it into. I'm just going to take the top one. Spencer?
What if they both had positive signs? Like it was +3.
We'll look at that in just a second. I think I have one of those next. If not, it's one of the ones coming up here. All right, it's a good question. So I'm going to plug it in the top one. Negative 2 times 2 times negative 2 minus 3y equals 5. And I'm plugging it into the original. Again, you can plug it into whichever one you want. Negative 4 minus 3y equals 5. Add 4, add 4. Negative 3y equals 9. Y equals negative 3. So the order of pair is negative 2, negative 3. Whew. So I don't have one of those, do I? Let me look through this. Let's look at practice A. So we do address one of these. 3x plus 4y equals negative 7. 2x plus 3y equals negative 6. So both variables have the same sign in front of them. If that's the case, then just determine which one do you want to eliminate, x or y. Doesn't matter to me. Somebody step up.
Y.
Y. Okay, so we're going to eliminate y. What would the least count multiple of those two be, Zach?
12.
12. But we have to make one of them negative 12. Damien?
If you wanted to do the 3, couldn't you just subtract 15?
Why don't we just do the x's?
Hold on.
and we just
Say what?
If you wanted to make the 3 negative, like, yeah, 3 to negative 12, subtract 15 from that, because you have to make them both equal.
No. Not quite. Sarah?
Like you could times the top by negative 3 times the bottom by 4.
Zach, what were you going to say?
I was going to say Sarah.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry, Damien. Does it matter which one we make negative? No, it doesn't. So this, you might do it one way, your buddy might do the other way. As long as you work it appropriately, you get to the correct answer.
Wouldn't it be easier to just do the x's so we have to go to 6?
Well, for you it would be. And so you might even do it another way than somebody else, and that's okay. Right? But since they mentioned that, I'm going to go with that. So negative 3 and a positive 4. So I'm going to have to distribute that negative 3 through each part. That's going to be negative 9x minus 12y equals 21. And 8x plus 12y equals negative 24. We add our columns. We get negative 1x equals negative 3. So x equals 3. Plug that back into something, one of your x's. You have 3 times 3 plus 4y equals negative 7. I'm just picking that one because it's on top. Quite honestly, that's the reason I did it. 3 times 3 is 9. So I subtract 9. So I have 4y equals negative 16. Can I make that a y? So y equals negative 4. Spencer, is that good?
Yep.
Makes sense? Again, yeah, you could have taken the top row times the negative 2, the bottom row times positive 3, and been able to eliminate the x's. But so it doesn't matter. There's not a specific, you have to do it this way on these. It's kind of an open-ended thing to get us started. Yes, ma'am?
I tried doing the x's and I think I messed up.
Okay, so let's just take a look at it. Do you have all this you want? Anybody I'm gonna erase this stuff and do the problem again with the x's just to see what she might have done here. Okay, so instead of multiplying by 4 and
I had 2 times 2 on the top row times negative 3 on the bottom row.
so times 2 on the top
Mhm.
and negative 3 on the bottom. So when we take that, we get 6x plus 8y equals negative 14.
Wouldn't the negatives cancel out though? No, never mind. Sorry. Never
Okay,
mind.
they will on the bottom. Then we have a negative 6x minus 9y equals a positive 18. And then your x's eliminate, so you end up with negative y equals negative 4. Uh-oh. I must have done the other one wrong then.
No, it's positive what we to be.
Yeah, that'd be positive.
And then you
Oh,
add-
y is 4. Wasn't it negative 4 on the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, positive 4 because it's, yeah, the 18 is a bigger number. Sorry.
Negative.
Oh. And then you take that and plug that in,
Mhm.
and you should get a positive 3.
Mhm.
Did you see what you made? Mistake you made? Good luck.
Aren't you the cheese?
Yes, he is.
I know. I tried.
Brett, I need you to bring a maroon shirt to the game tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, actually, I won't be there.
Oh,
I think I'm joking.
I have to have Jojo bring one. We only have 5 players.
Yeah. I mean, Jane would be closer to 3rd grade than I am.
That's true.
Look at my little sister. She's 2nd grade. Oh, no, she's a 1st grader.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet Jared would look like 3rd grader. Very big.
That's true too.
So I'm pretty sure
Close test score. Pre-tested. So you're not going to take the pre-test score and then 88 times it by 2 equals 1. It only counts one time.
Is that what you're talking about?
2 plus 7 is 9. Oh, that's okay. You know, 45.
I'm doing 60. Crap.
Yes, ma'am. Let me make sure that she's on.
You got 2 problems.
What number was it, Sarah?
Number 3. Yeah, wouldn't it be 91.23?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just put it here on it?
Yep.
Or you started on 6 here. So now we're at
On 8, I did it like way differently. I don't even. Let's have the right answer.
Did that help you with this one?
No, I did that today.
So instead of multiplying, you divided it.
Yeah.
And that got you down to,
Did I mess up?
so would that have worked is what you're asking?
Yeah. Oh, that's my answer.
Good job, Ilya.
Yep. Now, see what you would have done if we were doing elimination.
Yeah. So I can't just use that though.
You can do that. I'll just, since you had already worked with it here, it's good. Here, no, is exact.
Mr. Clevenger is still
Are you gonna
recording.
stop it recording?
Just hit it. Just hit it. Just hit it. Don't
Yeah.
stop
No.
it.
Stop it.